this one coming up, this will be the last one. It's, I wouldn't say it's a big job, but it's a little bit more in depth. We've got to excavate around the one side of a cistern, and we have to trench that back to the new well line, and then trench that over to the pump house that he's installed. With that, we have to make another trench for power from the power pole to the pump house, and so that is all for our plumbing contractor. And after that, we have to dig 2 trenches to 2 new drinking posts. So these drinking posts are relatively easy. These guys are right on a hill, so it's perfect. We can use the supply line trench actually for the first post, for the drainage for the first post, so we don't have to dig an extra trench. So that's kind of nice. And yeah, so not a bad job. We got to have to dig past 2 natural gas lines, so not a big deal either, but we just have to watch out. And then we got to have to dig through 2 fence lines and across a driveway. We're going to dig down around 9 feet under the driveway, maybe a little more. Then we're still going to put insulation under there, just to make sure that driveway's got traffic on it all the time. He's got a heavier tractor that he uses to plow the driveway, so we're going to make sure we insulate that really well. Down 9.5 feet. It's not going to freeze anyways, but just in case we get a real cold year or something, we're going to have 4 inches of insulation on top. So yeah, that'll be our next job. Right now we're just picking up some of our equipment from this waste management job. I've got to go back and get my skid steer yet today, and that's it. Tomorrow we'll start that other job. I'm going to bring the skid steer there too. Whether I need it or not, I'm not really sure. I might use it for backfilling, but we'll see. Yeah. Alright guys, see you on the next one. Just waiting to see if these guys are going to do a swan dive here. Or a chicken dive, should I say. That one there has been getting pretty close. Almost fell in once already. If he goes in, he ain't coming out. Okay guys. Well, we're here on this job today. We've already been digging. Yeah. Didn't get it on film. Oh well. So, what we have is a new well. It's going into the pump house. The pump house is all nicely spray foam insulated. Right here is where our lines are going to come up, and there's going to be a manifold here and electrical coming in this wall over here. So here's the electrical trench. It's going to run right along this side here, and then the water line is going to be in there in the lower trench. So we're working with a couple other crews on this job. I'm doing the posts. I'm digging trench for the posts anyways, and I have the equipment here, so I'm obviously going to do the trenching for the electrical and the trenching for the water line anyways. But this here, the customer has a cistern. So previously they had a well that wasn't pumping very much water. I think it was 1.5 gallons per minute. So in that case, they set it up to slowly fill the cistern, keep the cistern kind of filled, and then they utilize the water out of the cistern for their household needs. Well, they've got a new well now. It's pumping 12 gallons per minute, so they don't really need the cistern, but they want to utilize it. It's here, I guess, so they want to use it. So we've got a company coming to core into the side of the cistern and put new fittings and have it all sealed up, and then we can attach the line, the new water line, to there. This riser is being changed out. It's, as you can see, it's lived its life. This tank's not that old actually, but it that riser just started to crumble for some reason. Yeah, check this out. So we had to cross natural gas line right there. When we crossed it, there's only supposed to be one, but there's two. So that was a bit concerning, because I was concerned that what if they split off somewhere and it's not marked, it's only marked in one area. So what if they split off and then I inadvertently hit it somewhere else? So we called them back out, and then while waiting for them to come out, I was digging the electrical trench from the pole 3 feet down, and I knew that I had to cross the natural gas line right there. And when we did, we dug by hand, and this is what we found. So yeah, somebody had already hit it. There's our live one. Somebody already hit it, and they put in a new line. So just by chance, we happened to find the break right where somebody else broke it already. What are the odds of that? But the guys came out and they said, yep, no big deal, that line is dead. So obviously it's dead, but yeah, so now we can continue and not worry. And we're probably going to run into two again right over here. So what we're doing over here, this is where the posts are going. So if we take a walk back up here, the horses here, there's 3 paddocks, I think, two large paddocks and like a big open field area. So this is the top paddock, and our line's going to be coming right across here into this first paddock, and it'll be sitting right around here, somewhere about 10 feet inside that fence line. So then we're going to take the next one right down this hill, and we're going to bring it down this hill, and we're going to have to cross that natural gas line again. This is where it gets a little time consuming, because you got to be real careful, obviously. Right here. So we got to cross it here, and then we got to cross the driveway, and then we've got to cross this Telus line as well. And then our second post is going right here where that water trough is. That's how it goes, guys. This part is going to be a little time consuming, having to cross those lines, but it is what it is. We're going to make it work. We're going to get it done here today. We should be done and backfill at least the paddock areas anyway, where the drinking posts are going. We should have that done. try to get some of this on video, guys, but -5, I guess my camera batteries just don't like it. I gotta look into a solution for that, but yeah, 5 minutes and they're dead, and I end up getting little tiny clips that aren't really usable because they don't make sense when they're that short. But yeah, so that's our plan here for today. We're gonna get going, and we got a load of washed rock on its way, and by the time everybody else gets here ready to work, I should be well on my way. I should have half that trench dug. So yeah, it's a lot better when excuse me, a lot better when you start early, and you get more done that way. I'm not a huge fan of starting at 10 o'clock. Sometimes it has to be that way just because some of the clients, they don't want you there that early. But yeah, I like to get on site early, service the equipment, get it running, go over things, and then get on my way. But all right, I'll leave it at that, and we'll check back in here in a bit. All right, guys, well, here's our load of washed rock. This driver was pretty smart enough to know to back in, which is awesome because there's nowhere for him to turn around here. I was gonna call him and tell him, but I thought, nah, let's see if he's smart enough. He figured it out. All right, guys, well, we've got one post installed. I guess I'll walk over here and show you. Both lines are in, mostly in. So there's one post installed. The drain field is all in. I got lots of rock in there, well over a foot, and about 20-25 feet. And if we go this way, you'll see that's where she's going up into the pump house. There's another line there for future development. I guess they're planning on building a mother-in-law suite. And this is where the pipe here goes all the way back to that cistern. So yeah, we're well underway. Just got to dig the trench over to that last post, across those 2 utility lines, and then start backfilling. Should get last post installed and backfilled back across the driveway today. I don't see any reason why that can't be done, and then tomorrow we'll be all backfilling. We're almost ready here to backfill everything else now, so we should be done here tomorrow. Okay, guys, we're back here today. We are on to backfilling now. We got the last post installed. It's a pain in the ass to make it nice. Everything's just freezing right up, so it's all big chunks now because everything's frozen, so it's hard to make it look nice. What did we have? 4 utility crossings? Yes. 3 natural gas and 1 TELUS. Well, I guess 3 out of 4 ain't bad, because when I was hand digging to try to find the TELUS line, I sliced it with the shovel. So that's how that goes. They're going to be here today to fix that back up for us, and then we'll finish backfilling that area. I left a little spot open for them, so now we're working on coming back and filling these trenches here. So we're going to get to it. Well, that's it. We are done here. Got this post in, this shelter put on top. I think that's going to be really good there to protect it. All the trenches are filled in. There's quite a hump there, but there's not much more I can do with it. It needs to settle because a lot of it froze. There's a lot of air cavities in the trench, so it needs to settle a lot, but the homeowner has equipment himself, so he's gonna move it around after the winter and go from there. He's got some yard work to do anyway, so yeah, everything went pretty good. I do have to put a couple more things together at the well. Just a cap on the vent. Sorry, not at the well, at the cistern, a cap on the vent. But I'll come back there, do that tomorrow when I come to pick up my excavator. And these guys will be nice and happy tomorrow. We'll be using the new water. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Oh, they're all coming to see me. They're all coming to see me. Probably the coolest part of my job, getting to do this. And maybe tomorrow we'll get a video of them using the waters. But we'll see. Actually, electrician has to come and put in the electrical for the pump house yet, so I guess these won't actually be working for a bit. So, but when they do, hopefully they send me a video of it, of everything working. Well, guys, we're back here this morning. Everything's pretty much done. We are basically just coming to pick up the excavator. I do have to do a little bit of backfilling around the cistern here. The last installer, I don't know if you can see that right there. The last installer had, how can I explain this? They put their low-level alarm down through a vent hole, and then they capped it with one of those temporary construction caps, you know, those flimsy little orange things. So when we excavated around there, we removed the dirt and the clay that was on it, and then when they had it filled with the water truck, it started pouring out. So it wasn't sealed or anything at all. So anyways, we capped it off properly and put the line in so that it's not going to be, or the electrical, so that it's not going to get damaged at all. So we got that done, and now we're just going to backfill that little area, and that's going to be pretty much it. We're going to be done here. There's a lot of work here, probably next year, that's going to have to be done. There's a lot of extra dirt, so it's humped up pretty good, but it's so much frozen stuff that it just wouldn't compact very well. So it's going to settle a lot, and then he's going to take a rotor tiller over top of it and spread it all out nice, and they're going to do a little bit of yard work around here too. So anyways, that's how it goes. That's it for me. Everything's pretty much done here. We moved that shelter on top of the one post. That'll give it a lot of protection, so that's really going to help. And the plumber is going to be back here next week to finish doing the tie-in, and hopefully the owner will get us a video of everything running and make sure everything's going good. If not, I might have to pop out here myself and just make sure everything's good. Alrighty, that's it. On to the next one.